What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Movie Talks, the only podcast you need for your movie news and movie reviews and more. We are episode 106. We've got a stress Lawson. He slept in and we had some technical issues. So
Ugh,
looking, he's a
hate
picture of
it.
happiness right now.
Totally.
Yeah.
So easily
Oh,
annoyed.
all right. We've got a big lineup for you today. We are bearing all in Dating It Naked UK, a MTV production that is coming back to you with streaming services. And then we've got a Lawson pick, which is a Strange Darling, bom, bom,
Hell yeah.
bom. A episodia, not episodia, chapter-esque, but we'll get into that one.
hmm
And then we've got a Blink Twice, Channing Tatum's new one, which is actually directed by Catwoman, a Catwoman that actually worked on screen because it is Zoe. Was it Zoe? Catwoman in the Batman. It's her first debut in her
Is it?
directing role. It is, yes.
I
I
thought it
can't.
was.
She was
Hold on.
Catwoman. She was
Yeah,
Catwoman.
yeah. I
Batman.
remember it being somebody else. Isn't it Kravitz? Isn't Lenny Kravitz's son, daughter?
I, I, I don't.
Same person?
I don't know if they're the same, but I'm
Oh, we'll
pretty
get
sure.
to it when we get there. I'll look it up when we actually get to the fucking movie because I've done nothing on my computer so far. Oh,
Oh,
I need to calm down. I'm so fucking. I want to punch something right now. Ah,
mm,
in a
you
bad
shouldn't.
mood already.
You should not play FIFA Ultimate Team.
No,
The
definitely
rage
should
you're
not.
choosing. Oh, but we've got some movie news for you. It's a short one, but there's some big names on there, so it's a little bit interesting. We've got the Wolfman trailer is out now, so it is a new beast like horror universe that they're trying to establish. It is called Wolfman, which is
Wolfman.
yep.
What universe? Sorry.
It's just a new horror like universe that they're trying to set up. Like it's not, it's just trying to become a next big franchise.
Oh,
But they're
okay.
they're pushing for
Is there
it.
anything else out that's already in that universe, or are they? This is like the first of the.
First one.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
And then we've got Will and Harper trailer. So Will Ferrell and a trans friend
Yes.
Harper are on a road trip.
Yep. This is 100% going on our list when it comes out.
Yep. And then we've got the newest game adaptation movie trailer is out now, which is Minecraft, which has Jason Momoa and also Jack Black.
Jack
It looks
Black. Yeah.
very, very interesting. I don't know how it's going to go. It's it could be something. It doesn't look good, I've got to say.
I don't know why it's live action. I think that's such a weird choice.
It's a mixture. It's like live action slash game footage. It's weird. It's a
Yeah, we've
weird
got real
choice.
people in it, which I think is yeah. It's just for star power, but it's when you look at like what the successful fucking super my god video
Super
game movies that
Mario.
have come out,
Super
Super
Mario.
Mario and shit. They've all been animated and they don't look like shit.
Yeah.
So I
I was
don't know
about to
why
say
they've.
Lego, but I feel like Lego wouldn't. Oh no, Lego have teamed up with Minecraft. You can get Lego Minecraft kits and stuff. I was like, oh, would they be taking market share? But no, yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. I think they just got star power and were like, here, Jason Momoa
Yeah,
and Jack Black, here you go. Come on in.
it literally is.
Yeah. We've got a big horror push at the moment, so lots and lots of horror stuff is coming. We've got Night Bitch trailer, which is Amy Adams believes she's turning into a dog in a new horror comedy.
Night bitch.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. And then we've got Smile 2 trailers out now. So that's Naomi Scott is a pop star facing grinning fans in a horror sequel. So you know how the first one publicity was actually really cool. They got people in the stands and Smile being creepy.
Yeah.
Cool publicity, didn't quite execute well. This
No.
one is they were like released a full music video and stuff for it, and was trying to get the audience to be like, "You're now trapped in there." Not too bad. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes. I don't know that they
People
will.
liked it though. No, because they don't think I don't think from their perspective they had any mistakes.
Okay.
Because people really liked it. Like horror fans just think it's like good, like it's okay. It's not terrible. Whereas I'm not a fan of the genre and I don't just like anything that comes out. And I thought it was very average.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was disappointing, but yeah, it was all right. We've got The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. Could bring Ian McKellen back as Gandalf. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Uh, and our last bit is the Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare trailer. The Pooniverse expands in a gory new horror movie. So it is coming. It is
Universe
coming
will never
soon.
not be funny.
Right. Um, it's pretty funny. Do you want to hear a Winnie the Pooh joke?
I mean, no, but sure.
Yeah. What do you call Winnie the Pooh's nana?
I don't know. What do you call Winnie Pooh's nana?
Pooh Nanny.
Jesus Christ. It's not bad, actually.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here for the next 40 minutes. Yeah.
We once convinced one of my mates' little sisters because we were using the word punani. She's like, "What's that?" And we're like, "It's your pillow." And there's this like 5-year-old walk around the house going, "Mom, look at my punani," showing her
Mm.
pillow and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, we'll see."
Yep.
It's funny as at the time, but now that I'm older, I'm like, "My bad."
Yep. All right. All righty, let's jump into our first one and bear it all in the newest dating show, which is out now on Paramount Plus. I actually signed up
Sure
to
is.
Paramount Plus just to watch this one because back in the day, you and I also used to watch the MTV dating shows. There was like Next,
Yeah.
Dating Blind,
Next was the
all
best. Date
like
My Mom, Room Raiders.
yeah, like all
Yeah.
those ones, like they're all real cheesy. And
Horrible.
this one, they actually did a couple of these back in the day as well, but they had all the blurred, what are they like? All the what they called censorship bars. They used
Yeah.
to the blur out everything.
Yeah.
Yep, because they're on a streaming service, they're like, we can do whatever we want. We can just
Definitely.
let it there all. So this is Dating Naked UK. They get a bunch of people into a house and they have to find love, but the catch is they are not allowed to wear clothing at all. The only thing that they do wear is these microphone necklace things.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I thought, oh, is that a necklace? That's a big necklace. And then I realized it was the I
Sound
realized
pack.
I realized it was
Yeah, yeah.
the microphone. So this is I find it so amusing. Like it's so bizarre. It runs the most stereotypical dating,
Yes.
like,
And every episode's the same format.
yeah, like you pair them off, they get to pick who first takes your fancy, and away they go. Like they go on dates, they do whatever, but they all have to do it naked. Like the people who are setting up these dates, like there's one where there's a horse riding event, and there's
Yeah.
blokes just waiting, holding these horses, and these two people just rolling in nude. Be like, this would be a weird experience for like,
Yeah, it would. He had a big awkward smile on his face, that guy. Yeah. The same thing.
like it's so funny. And the I I really enjoy these cheesy reality like dating shows. I get hooked into them. I know you get hooked into cheesy reality as well. I don't know
Yeah.
how you
This
got around
was
this one.
yeah. Look, I've watched all 6 episodes, even one that came out yesterday.
Oh, I've only seen three because I'm watching it with my wife and we're giggling
Sure.
the entire time.
I think like once the novelty wears off of them being naked, because like after the first episode, you're like, okay, cool, they're naked. Like it then just becomes a regular dating show. Like I've nothing, but them being naked means nothing after a little while. And after that, it's just a regular show and it's kind of boring. But it's like I've watched heaps because it's easy background and I have to choose what I want to watch. So last night I was laying in bed. I was like in that tiredness between being asleep but I'm still awake watching stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just watch this because I'm already watched four. I watched two more while I was on my
But
phone playing games.
with these type of shows, the cast make the show. So like if you have those outlandish personalities
Yeah,
and
like Geordie
those like
Shore.
yeah, where these guys were all like just really mellow. Like
Yeah.
there was not much to it. Like if you got a really charismatic cast and you threw them in this could actually be really, really fun. But like
Mm,
that's the same with like maths, like Married at First Sight and stuff. Like the people
they make
make
it.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And like there's at the end of episode 3, they're doing like the truth or dare spin the wheel thing, and they are deliberately loading a question of like who's the person you think will least find love in the
Yes,
house. Like it was deliberately a loaded question
yes,
to cause drama, where
all of it is.
the first two and a half parts of like this show, like episode 1, 2, and half of 3, there wasn't much drama. It was just them like settling into the
Mm,
house.
the way they introduced Tian, the Australian, I think her name was.
Yeah.
The way they introduced her and the way they introduce everyone when they have new people come in is they're like when they join, they get to choose one person who doesn't get eliminated, and that's created in a way to make drama. Everyone has to talk to her when the new one person comes in. Everyone has to make friends with her. It means that the boys who already have a couple somewhere else, like the show, the way the show is built, it makes people not form couples. Like you have to try and make everyone happy and make everyone like you. Whereas that's also like the point of the show because they'll talk about like I'm here to find love and blah blah blah, which obviously they're not. They're there for their 15 seconds of fame. No, yeah, like the whole show is created and the format of every episode is created to make people enemies. And I don't like that in reality TV. I really like reality TV these days. And the reason I like Next so much back in the day is, well, it was fast paced, but it wasn't made in a way that there had to be competition. Like they go on their dates, if the person liked them, great. If they didn't, then next. Like where and The Circle season one to me is like perfect reality television. Have you watched The Circle? No.
Yeah, I've watched it. I got a bit bored with it.
The first season? You
Yeah.
watched, yeah, you watched. First season's the best because everyone makes really good friends. It's really wholesome. The last episode when they finally meet is like really wholesome and nice, and it puts a smile on my face. Whereas this, like every single person in the show, is fucking annoying, and like they, yeah, I don't like really anyone. The only person I like in the show is Emily. She's the one who's like
The assertive one.
pretty
D-
blunt. Yeah,
Dark hair, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. She's the only person I feel I can get along with. Everybody else is like vapid and annoying and honestly an idiot. She's like she's a bit more like honest and down the line, which I'm like, yeah, she's cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can't talk too much shit because I've watched fucking 6 episodes. So
Yeah. Look, I laughed the entire way through. I still laugh now, especially when they have their one-on-one, like in the sound booth thing or whatever it is. And
yeah.
it's like the females on the show all like a little bit modest and they like go to the side or they position themselves
Yeah.
so it's not just bits everywhere. And
Yeah.
the guys are just spread legs and it's just
Yeah.
it's just it's
Just
so
dick
bizarre.
at camera.
It's so bizarre seeing men just being like sitting down and
Mm.
just it's sitting there because like that's not yeah it's not your day to day.
I find it interesting seeing how like because I don't often see dick and balls while people are sitting down. And like I'm not really aware of what mine are doing either most of the time. But like when you watch this, you can see that like sometimes their balls are above their dick, and like sometimes it looks super uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my god, is that how mine sit in my pants?
Like I've giggled for 3 episodes at just people being nude. It's just I find it so amusing.
Yeah,
And
I don't. I got over that within like 30 minutes. First
uh,
episode, and after
no,
that, it's just another dating show.
I'm still giggling.
Yeah, I thought
Also,
so.
at the end of the episode, it comes up with what was it?
Yeah.
Psychiatric help was provided
Hmm.
before, during, and after. I was like, is that needed for this type of show? Like being naked the whole time, or is it like is it because they're on a dating show? Like, what's the
I guess it's the being naked part. Like there's a vulnerability there that could be like scarring, I suppose.
yeah?
I don't know how, but I don't know. Maybe there's some psychology that I'm not aware of.
And then the second part of that is strict hygiene practices were
Yeah.
implemented throughout the show. So, like, what are these? What are these policies and procedures that they follow? Like, do they have to
Yeah.
take wipes with them everywhere, or is it like
Essentially. Everything's leather. Everything's like a wipeable surface that they sit on.
Yeah, like it's
Nothing's
just
like absorbent and yeah. Even like I'm surprised they got on horses, to be honest. I'm sure they would have cleaned the fuck out of the saddle, but they don't necessarily
yeah.
clean animals and you fucking bare ass in it,
It brings a whole new meaning to bareback.
right? Um,
Yeah,
another show where the supervillain, sorry, where the host looks like a supervillain. He's so ridiculous. Like I don't know who this fucking guy is. His veneer white teeth and
this guy.
yeah, there he is.
But he's not even like super charismatic. He's just kind of
No,
like he's just there, and it's like I want him to be
just
a little
rocks
bit,
up, says some things, and says, "Laters, laters."
yeah, and then off he goes. I wanted him to
Yep.
be like charismatic or like personable, where he's just not. He just makes a joke of like, I still haven't got the dress code.
I know multiple times. It's like, okay, we get it. You're dressed in clothes and they're not. That's not funny anymore. Please stop.
Yeah, like it was funny the first time,
It
and
annoys me in
then
shows like this. Now that I'm a little bit older, a bit more cynical, it annoys me in shows like this when they fucking act like they're 60-year-old wise people with life experience. They're 25 and they're acting like they're fucking 40 with kids and they're settled down and they're like, I just, that shit pisses me off. Young people who think they've got it all figured out. So you don't know shit. Wait, you're not even fucking close. Not that I
no,
am either. You know what I
mate,
mean?
no one's got it worked out.
No, but only mid 20-year olds will pretend like they do. You know,
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy.
it's weird to me that an erect penis is too far. Like they'll happily show dick and stuff, and then as soon as because there's a part where one of the guys is giving the girl a massage and whatever, and everyone's like, "Oh, he got a bit too excited and whatever," and he's hiding his dick and whatever. Like they'll show people literally having sex under the covers, and they'll show all the dick and balls they want. But as soon as someone has an erection, they won't show it on camera. Is
That's a
that too
rate.
far?
Yeah, it's a rating. So to stay in an R rating, yeah, you can show flaccid, but you can't show erect because it,
That's
it
so
it
weird.
it takes you to the X category
Why?
because that's
Still
that's
just
the
the dick. It's just got blood in it now.
that's the ruling. The ruling is you can show flaccid, but you can't show erect. Otherwise, it
So
jumps the
weird.
category. It's kind of like your what was your swearing like classification as well? It's like you're
Yeah,
allowed
yeah, yeah. You had
like
one fuck and M movie and
yeah, and then if you go over that, like that just seems weird.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, same weird ruling. Someone made the classification, and that's what they have to abide by.
It is super weird.
Yep.
What else? The editing is insane. Like the music, how fucking in the first opening when they're all walking in and they got this fucking epic soundtrack playing in the background. It's real shit. Like they've really handed up. I got sick of hearing like again, all they keep trying to remind us, hey, the gimmick is they're naked. I've never been horse riding naked before. I've never been paddleboarding naked before. I've never been in a hammock naked before. Like we get it. You're naked. This is unusual. And to keep telling us, we can understand.
No, but it would be bizarre experiencing these things. Like if you are in those shoes, like you'd probably be making these
Yeah, but
comments.
I'm
Be like,
not.
no,
So
but
it's annoying.
okay, you just gotta believe that you're in there and it's you experiencing these things. That's some
uh,
immersion.
that's about all my notes. What can I really say? I got bored of this.
Yeah, you
Like
watched you
it's
watched it all.
well, I had it on while I was playing games on my phone
Yeah, but you
for six
watched it all.
episodes.
You could have
Sort of,
stopped.
yeah.
You could have stopped.
I know who came and went, and I know who's been eliminated, and yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely more into it than I anticipated.
Do you think
But
if this was a weekly release, it'd be more engaging than having all the
no,
episodes out?
well, it
No.
is, isn't it? I thought every Saturday, new episodes.
I thought they released the first four in the first drop, and then they were releasing as they went.
No, I'm not sure because I watched 4 Friday night, and then I watched two last night. So I don't really know how it's. I don't really pay attention. It says on the thing new episodes every Saturday.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's one or if it's two or what.
I don't know.
Could be three. I have no fucking idea.
I know they released a few beforehand.
Right.
So don't know. But
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, this isn't the kind of thing people are going to be fucking talking about. Oh my god, can't believe this happened. Can't believe that happened. Like every episode follows the same formula, and besides people who get eliminated, I couldn't name a single person besides Emily. I already named Tian as well. None of the guys I can name a single one. I know there's a Jono, but I think he comes later. I'm not sure you met him yet.
Yeah, he
But
comes in episode 3. He's like
three, yeah, sure.
professional
Is
footballer or
his
something
the
or other.
guy on your behind the green towel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked him up. He plays. I'm like, oh, professional footballer. What's he? He's some fucking random butt fuck team in England, and he's a goalkeeper. Like
No.
it's his professional is like the quality of our like Super League,
Yeah,
like
but
SA Super League.
English professional football is like very different. Like you can be in the fifth tier or sixth tier and still be like not having to work. Like that is your job.
Yes, and that's I guess what he means. But when he professional footballer, I think you're a
Technically,
fucking.
technically it is though. He's not
I
top
know.
professional, but like yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes it
yeah. If
is.
it's your source of income, you're professional. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the guys from what's the Ryan Reynolds one? Welcome to Wrexham
Yeah.
Football. Yeah, which is actually a really good show if you ever
Yep.
wanted the ins and outs of football. But like they, because they're on the bottom of the the Scottish league, and like they need to then win and get promoted so that they can become into the professional league, and then those people don't have to work at like their day job because most of them like it's kind of like sport in Australia where you train twice a
Hmm.
week and then you play.
Yeah. Yeah.
They still have to have a job, but if they get promoted, then they're actually able to then drop their job and actually become professional footballers.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they like document the whole way through, and like their female side have to do that as well, so that they can actually then get paid because they actually pay to play to begin with.
Oh wow.
The men do get an income, but it's not much
But it's not enough
because
to sustain them.
no, and then the females are just playing for the love of it to be able to get into the next level so that they can actually get an income.
Sure.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I haven't really thought about all that, but you're right. He is a professional. If he's earning money, he's professional.
Yeah.
But it just seems like a big fucking I'm a professional footballer. Like it seems like a big brag when he's just playing for some no-name team. But
Yeah, that's why they didn't name the team though. They're like, I'm a professional footballer, and then they leave it to your imagination. It's like those guys. Who one of the guys that went on the Australian Survivor? It was like, I'm an ex-professional footballer, and he played like 2 games for Hawthorn.
right,
So like, yes, they're gonna use the
of
wording
course.
to be able to do it. So yeah.
Imagine that being like your claim to fame, and that's how you introduce yourself to everybody.
Right. Well, look at Raygun now. Raygun's like,
I'm so over Ray Gun.
which has gone on to Richard Branson's yacht and is like performing her breakdancing on the yacht. And
Oh my god, what a meme! I had
mm,
no idea.
yep, it only happened recently. It was like yesterday or the day before.
Right, as soon as I see her name now, I ignore it. I just don't care anymore.
Yep.
But that's actually pretty interesting.
And she signed a exclusive deal to the project or something or other. Like, why are you giving this person daylight? Like
Literally.
the Olympics is too far gone now for anyone to really care.
Hmm.
Like she missed that 15 minutes of fame. But
Yep.
whatever.
Well, she's milking it.
Oh
She's
yeah.
disgusting. Someone who cheated the system, and anyway, I don't know much about it anymore. I've stopped caring.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know what to discuss with this. It's fine. Like it's not. I don't find it entertaining enough. I think the fabricated drama, the forced drama of everything they do, they try and make sure that the characters are disliking each other and they're causing a rift between relationships and stuff. All that annoys me. People aren't that interesting. Um, None of them are unique. They all feel like copy and paste of the same English idiot. Uh, yeah, I'm not really loving this,
Okay.
but It's
It's
decent background while you're doing other things and you just want to hear some people talking on a screen. It's fine.
it's weird that they just pulled Australian out of nowhere. And they're like dating naked UK. Here's an
Yeah,
Australian first introduction.
yeah. There's a guy
Bizarre.
introduced in episode 6 who I can't tell if he's Australian. He kind of has like a South African accent, but they don't address it like they do with the Aussie girl in episode 1 and 2, like how they straight away are like, "Hi, I'm Australian. I'm from Melbourne." Like, but this guy he doesn't sound English, but they don't
Yeah.
address it. It's weird.
I do like how they've picked a diverse range of body shapes and sizes in this. Like
Agree.
I was expecting everyone to be your standard like well, especially even for the guys, like everyone's gonna be muscly and super lean. And the girls are all gonna be your standard, like whatever they show. But like it's
Hourglass figures, whatever. Yeah,
yeah, like it's quite a diverse range of people. Like I don't mind
yeah.
that.
I found all the blokes look like the same, but I don't really pay attention. I guess
Oh, not really. They look quite different. Like everyone,
different
it's
muscle tone and stuff. You mean?
yeah, it's a mix. It's a mix. Like some are leaner, others are they're all like shredded and muscly with
Yeah, but they're
tattoos.
all in really good shape. There's no one there with chunky guts. There's no one
No,
there with a fucking beer belly.
no, but like at least it's more variety than say like Geordie Shore.
True, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know, just bits and pieces.
Yeah,
Like
I like that too. Like all the women weren't just yeah, these like fucking skinny mini model types.
yeah,
I guess
yeah,
yeah, like you've got to have a lot of confidence in your body, and that's why there's probably no chunky blokes because a chunky bloke might not have the confidence. I don't know, blokes. I think being a chunky bloke is more these days socially acceptable, which is disgusting, of course. But I think having a dad bod is more of a thing.
yeah,
Surprised there's at least one dad bod coming in.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, but like I still really enjoyed it. It's like a three. Like I'd recommend it to people. It's
Yeah.
a yeah, okay, okay.
Once
You
the nakedness wears off, once I stopped caring about them being naked very quickly, um, it just becomes another basic intentionally drama filled dating show. I don't think it's very interesting at all. It's like a one
all
and a
right?
half.
Yeah, but do you get around maths? Married at first sight.
Yeah, I think what works with maths is you kind of root for people and like you have couples that you do and don't like and you can discuss like I don't know, I'm watching with my missus as well, whereas like this I was watching on my own, so maybe I didn't have that like that social aspect involved. I think maths is a little different because you spend a lot of time with them and you end
Yeah,
up
but
rooting for people and
they have like 5 episodes a week, four or 5 episodes a week,
yeah, it's insane.
and they pump it, and they deliberately create so much drama. But they,
Yeah. Well, they're even told to add drama. So some of the people, like I've heard interviews of them being like, "Well, we were told the dinner was too boring, so they made us ask these questions and to poke some drama." So yeah,
yep. So
of
like,
course.
I don't know. Again, maths is like very dependent on the cast as well, though.
Yeah,
So like these shows really depend on the people that they get. So
and that's what probably why I didn't really care about this because there's no one I cared about. I think there's no couples that I was like, "Oh, I really want them to be successful," and there's no people that I really hated that I wanted to have a bad time or whatever. Like everyone in here is so neutral and boring. I just
yeah,
didn't find them interesting enough. There's no one here I would spend time with. Men, women, I don't like any of them. Emily's about the only one. All the blokes are fucking annoying.
yeah. I don't know.
But
I still
I
enjoyed
don't
it.
like men anyway.
I'd
All right.
recommend it.
I would not.
Fair, fair.
One and a half. I'm around that area. I'm not really sure. Maybe one and a half because I've obviously watched 6 episodes, so I need to give it some credit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's got the formula. It's got the formula down pat. It's just got to do cast selection a bit better. But do you think
Yeah.
because they are coming on naked, it's going to reduce your cast pool quite significantly. So like you
Uh,
go like say Love Island is going to have a larger selection of people because they want to get on there. They don't have to be full starkers. And then
yeah.
if you go, all right, no, you're gonna have to be naked the whole time. Those people are like, nope. So then it's a smaller selection to pull from.
I still think like this obviously isn't just English people either. I still think worldwide there'd be enough people. Phew. I got stop sneezing. Sorry. Still think worldwide there'd be enough people be interested to have a diverse, interesting cast.
I'm just saying, like you are narrowing down your
Narrowing, but it'd
selection.
still be hundreds and thousands of people.
Okay, don't know.
I'd say like people will do anything for fucking fame.
Yeah, don't know. Just an interesting thought. Yeah. Did you give it a rating? Can't remember if you did.
Yeah, one and a half,
Yes,
one and a
yeah.
half probably.
All right, get ready to give us a rundown of your Lawson pick.
Yeah, I'll take away the Strange Darling for sure.
Lawson pick.
Lawson pick. We watched Strange Darling, and it was fucking good. The end. Um, yeah, this I heard good things about. I went into completely blind, which I think is the best way to experience it. Um, I'm just gonna say it right now. If you haven't seen this yet, I highly recommend it. I think it is a way better experience without anything even talked about remotely with the characters or the plot or anything. But the basic premise is the story follows a serial killer. Like right at the beginning of the movie, comes up with text on screen. There's a voice like a almost like a newscaster reading out that this is following the story of a serial killer who's been traveling across America, killing people, whatever. And this is sort of the end of their killing spree, more or less. And the movie sort of starts there. The movie is told out of order. So it literally comes up again saying this is told in six parts. And then it says like chapter one, and then it rolls on to like the little number rolls up like a slot machine sort of roll, I suppose. Um, and rolls to chapter three. So the movie literally starts in chapter three, then it goes chapter four, then one, no, three, then five, then one, then four, then two, then six. It's a bit everywhere.
The
But it is a way better. Pardon me.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I
I
don't
know you
like.
wouldn't.
Look, I think it works for this film because it
It's
was
very
like
necessary.
where if it wasn't told like this, then it would be like, okay, cool. I see this
Yeah,
coming from a mile away.
definitely. There's a reason that part two is so late in the film.
Yeah.
But I'll get there. I'll get there. But yeah, if you haven't already seen this and have any sort of remote inclination, I promise you that it's not just a stock standard, serial killer hunting a girl film. There's a lot more to it. And it's made beautifully. So skip our review, go watch it. Skip ahead to us talking about. Actually, you know what? Skip the next review as well because I'm going to be discussing this movie in the next review too. So see you next week. Love yous. Bye. Spoiler warning: one, two, three. This movie does have a twist, and I did not expect it. I didn't know there was one in this. I didn't see any of the advertising talking about like what a twist or whatever, which I know is part of the advertising, which is really disappointing because you shouldn't be looking for a twist. Um, but part of the advertising is how well they paint the picture of the man being the serial killer. But I'll get there. Yeah, so it starts in part three. It is the lady because they don't have names. Our main characters. There's the lady and the demon. It starts with the lady running through a field screaming, and she goes to like an old hippie house. She's like banging on the door, and she says, "Can you help me, please?" Which is like one of her lines that you see her say. You hear her say a lot, and yeah, they let her in. She's feeling safe and whatever in this house, and then it cuts to chapter five. So we skip chapter four. In chapter five, the demon's in the house. He's looking through all the where she could be hiding, saying here, kitty, 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 which was a bit strange, but
Mm.
um and then he eventually finds her, shoots her, and then that ends chapter 5. And we go back to chapter 1, where they're meeting, they're talking. You can tell it's been like a one night stand. Um, she is, flirting with him, and they're talking about like, what would you like to do to me? And then it cuts to them in the hotel room, and he's like choking the fuck out of her. But then you hear her say, harder, harder. So you know it's like a sexual thing. Um, and then yeah, the movie paints a picture of him being the evil guy and him being violent and whatever. But then when it goes to chapter, there's more to it than that. But obviously, I won't go in huge detail and recount. Then it goes to chapter 4, which we saw 3 and 5 earlier. So this is the in between of her going to the hippie house, and then when we see chapter 5, the hippie, one of the hippies is dead on the floor, and you assume that the demon killed him, attempting to look for her. Then we see when she's in the house talking to the hippies, they're like, "Oh, we'll call the police." She's like, "No, you can't call the police." They're like, "No, we need to call the police. Like, there's a killer on the loose. He's gonna come get you." So she straight up kills the old hippie man, and you're like, "Wait, hold on, this is a bit. What the fuck's happening? Why is she violent? Why does she not want the police?" It then cuts back to chapter 2, and we see that she gets out like some coke to have together. She's like, it makes me super horny. She encourages him and talks him into doing coke. But in fact, she's fed him ketamine, and while he's in a K hole, fucking semi-conscious and zombied out, she like cuts EL into his chest, which we figure out later stands for Electric Lady, which is her serial killer name. So the whole plot so far, we've thought he's a serial killer, and turns out she is. Um, so go back and forth a few times, and I think at that point the movie loses a little bit of traction. Once you find out that she's the killer and that twist has been revealed. But I really like the commentary of like, we made an assumption. Basically, like the movie did paint the picture of him hunting her down. So, it was manipulation as well. But I like that this movie plays on the women being the victim mentality, and sort of like, you know, plays with that in a fun way that makes us sort of subvert expectations a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I that's more or less a recount of the story. That's the twist. Again, I'm sorry if you haven't already seen it, but I did warn you. Uh, I want to hear what you think, and then I'll go into some of the stuff that I really like about it. But you said you didn't like the storytelling.
Look, I don't like it when you gotta try and work out where in the timeline that you're supposed to be. Like I didn't like it with The Witcher season one where they're telling three different timelines all at the same time.
At least with this, it
Yeah,
literally says
I,
one, two.
I know it does. Like it gives you a better picture, but I don't like that type of storytelling. Even though I like Pulp Fiction, I don't like how Pulp Fiction's also told out of that sequence as well. I like a nice sequence through it. I think what they went for, they executed it really well. Like if they showed you this from start to finish, it wouldn't be as impactful. Like
Of course.
showing you like you don't actually know anybody. Like anybody could be anything, and like
Hmm.
that's what the kind of whole message was. Like she was a serial killer, where originally you thought he was. Like there was that cat and mouse and that bait and switch. But it's like there was a point where I was like, oh, okay, this I kind of called it. Not to that point, but I was like, oh, he's not really going to be the serial killer. Like
Right.
there was just him hunting her, but like there wasn't really that much of like him being super resourceful or like calculated. It was just him running with a rifle, and I was like, this just looks like a bloke off hunting. Like it didn't look like your stereotypical serial killer. You know those serial killers like Ivan McLat and like those sort of like guys that are just they seem real vengeful. They seem like
Yeah, like unhinged.
yeah, like he didn't come across that way, but also
Yeah.
she didn't come across that way as well. She came across as the damsel in distress.
Hmm.
So like the acting was really good. I
Acting
was
carries this. Yeah.
yeah, like it was not taking away from the performances or anything. I just don't like that type of storytelling where it's just told out of
Sure.
order. But like
Because I
it's
really like it because it's like to me it's like putting a puzzle. I've said it before. It's like putting a puzzle together. I really like having to think a little bit about what happened before and piecing things together a bit with my storytelling.
yeah, but it's kind of like, is this a rewatchable thing? Like, would you be able to rewatch and be able to get like the same impact or the same like bits and pieces, or is this like one of
Mm,
those one and done kind of things where, like, to me, Sixth Sense was one of those films where it was like I didn't see that twist coming, and it was like, whoa, that's really impactful. Like
mm.
this was almost sort of that twist where it was like you didn't see it coming, but it also was kind of like, oh, something's not quite right here.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as deep. And like you say, there are some times when twists are revealed, and I've said it here before as well. When there is a twist revealed, it makes you want to rewatch because you're like, oh my god, now I want to see the movie through a different lens. But this wasn't complex enough that you have to like, you can more or less envision how you'll see the earlier scenes based on the new information. Like it's not a deep, complex story, and you wouldn't be like, oh, I wonder how they like, oh, now that I know that she's the killer, I want to see how she interacts with people knowing that information. But there's enough there isn't enough substance to it to totally change your perspective of the first couple scenes.
No,
Because it
like
is a pretty it's still a pretty basic story, but I think that's almost to its credit because it's short, it's pretty concise, and the chapters go really quickly. Whereas if it was long, dragged out, and complex, it's like why is it's once the twist is revealed, it's a pretty basic movie.
yeah, but like for me with serial killers, I find the serial killers' motives to be so interesting. Like, how did they get to this point? Are they just one of those psychopaths that just like
Yep,
love it, or was it like trauma that brought them into that? Was it like circumstance? Like, that's what I like about serial killers, but that's not what this
yep,
point. That's not what the point of the movie is.
no.
Like, I would have liked a little bit more information on like what does the electric girl do? Like, what's the like? How did she
Why is she
get?
called the Electric Lady?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I thought the
why?
same.
Like, she had a taser, but I didn't.
Yeah, I had the same connection. Maybe she's known for using a taser, but
Then she
yeah,
didn't use the taser, and I was like, oh, okay. It was just whatever. She just because she carves electric EO or whatever it was, electric
EL. But
lady.
that's usually names like that are given by media. So she
Yeah,
would have adopted that later.
yeah. So like, I would have liked a little bit more information on that, but like the twist was good, the acting was great, it was shot really well for an
Shot
independent film.
beautifully. Yeah.
Like,
It's
really,
Giovanni Ribisi, who you would know if I'm not sure how well you know Friends, but he plays Phoebe's brother in Friends. Look him up. He's in a lot. He's one of those actors. He's in Avatar. He's in I don't know, Bad Batch if you've seen that. Not the
Star Wars one.
not the Star Wars one. What else is he in? He's in Ted. He's in Avatar. He's in Entourage. My Name is Earl. Uh, Giovanni Ribisi is his first movie as a cinematographer, and he did a fucking great job.
Oh,
One thing
as
that I will say,
cinematographer, not the director.
not the director, no,
Yeah, yeah.
cinematographer.
No, I was in the director.
The
I'm like,
director was JT Molnar, which I don't know a lot of his work. Um, I've heard that. Which one have I heard about? I've heard that Flowers in December is pretty good. One of his short films. Um, and what else did he direct? That what was it? What was it? What was it? Mm, no, I can't remember. But yeah, I think that like production and writing are really solid in this. Like it's again, it's not complex, but I think it's a good thing. I'm glad they didn't go too crazy and try to explain stuff that doesn't matter. Like this is a short snippet in a grander story, and I don't think there's any information that I needed to know in order to appreciate this more.
oh
Like I
yeah,
really liked.
I've
I,
seen
I
this
like the
guy.
storytelling in this. Yeah, yeah, he's a pretty
Yeah,
recognizable figure.
yeah. I
But
didn't
yeah,
know it.
supposedly, yeah. So one thing that I do think is a bit pretentious with this is right at the beginning, it has a thing up come on the screen that says this film was entirely shot on a 35 millimeter film. It's like you fucking and like at this point, who cares? It's not a brag anymore. It's just like a hipster thing. But supposedly JT Molnar and Giovanni Ribisi bonded over film camera when they
Okay.
first became friends, and that they wanted to make a movie together on film. So, it's more of a them, like, look how cool we are. We shoot on film. But that was the only part I rolled my eyes at. I think the
Mm,
rest is really good storytelling and
yeah.
a nice little concise story. And I really like the gender play and like how we view women, how we view men, and like it wasn't. I kind of wish there was a little bit more of like the first two um parts that we see are very manipulative in making him the bad guy. His name is literally the demon, but it's told through her lens as well. So to her, she is the demon. She's a cop. He's a cop hunting her down.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, look, I think I actually really enjoyed it. I think the storytelling is really good. Cinematography is really good. The fucking acting is amazing. Willa Fitzgerald did an incredible job. Um, yeah, I cinematography is really good. It's 4 million budget. Like it's a really cheap movie. 4 million is very low in the grand scheme of modern films.
Yeah.
Um, it's brilliant. I really enjoyed it. It's for me it's a four. Like I think there's a lot to love.
Yeah. Look, whenever it's a Lawson pick, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a miss. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I did have issues with the storytelling because I just don't like that type of storytelling. But other than
Mhm.
that, it was good. I wanted a little bit more information on Electric Girl, but yeah, it's like a 3.5. 3.5.
Yeah,
I can't knock the acting, can't knock the cinematography, and like it all wraps up and it does well. There's no glaring issues with it. Like I was still engaged with it. I was still like, oh yeah, that was a cool twist. That was cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
My only like critique, I suppose, is once the as I said earlier, once the twist is revealed, which is about the 45 minute to an hour mark, like it's halfway to in a little bit. It does lose steam a little bit. Like after that point, it's just watching her. It's more of a cat and mouse, but the opposite. Her trying to get away and her lying to more people. She does the same thing over and over again, where she walks up to people and says, "Would you help me, please?" It's her line. She says the exact same thing each time, which I like the repetition of there and how much it works for her. And at the end, she just gets shot. And there's like 2 minutes of her riding in this car, bleeding out, and then she dies. Like there was once the effect of the twist wore off, it was a little tired, and I'm just watching things happen. But I'm not sure what else they could have done differently. So
No.
I think credit where it's due. What it is,
Yeah.
at a great time. Did you number it? Sorry,
Yeah, 3.5.
3.5. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think
Yep.
that's decent.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna say it's
But yeah, I'm
one of your
glad we talk
better
about this
picks.
first because I want to reference this when we talk about Blink twice in a sec because I think they're very similar in their like genre storytelling. Not so much about like chronological order, but what's the mystery?
Yep.
And I think this does it very well. And I think the next one not so much. So
No, if you're gonna watch any of the one, watch what's it called?
what's Strange
Strange.
Darling?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 The amount of
So
times I've called this Cherry Darling
the bakery.
bakery. Well, the bakery is based on a character from a movie too, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I still can't help it.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into Blink Twice, which is Channing Tatum's new one, and it is directed by Zoe Kravitz, who is Catwoman in the Batman. She plays
Yes,
Selena
and she's
Kyle.
also Lenny Kravitz's daughter, so we're both right. I
Yep,
didn't realize she played was Catwoman. You said
yep, Selena Kyle. Yep,
sure. There you go.
yep. So this is the newest psychological thriller mystery, who done it, fish out of water kind of movie.
Hmm.
Is when a tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraiser gala. He invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. As strange things start to happen, Frida questions her reality. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh,
I found
actually, speaking of Sixth Sense, sorry,
Mm,
I just realized that the kid from Sixth Sense is in this.
really, who was that?
He's one of like the back characters, one of
Oh,
the guys on the
Tom.
island.
Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He was like the just the bumbling friend though, wasn't he?
Yeah, didn't know what to do.
No.
But yeah, Sixth Sense, there you go.
Yeah, crazy. So starring obviously Channing Tatum, he is playing Slater, the rich billionaire who
Hmm.
invites everybody and everyone wants to be friends with onto a private island. We got Frida, who's just working as a cocktail waitress and is kind of like, I don't know, I found it very unlikable. I'm trying to like
Same.
reference what type of character, like
Yeah, I didn't like her.
she was
She's
just,
literally the main character, but she just felt like, I don't know, dumb.
yeah. To the point where I was like, as this movie goes on, I was like, is this meant to be like an homage to Get Out, like Jordan Peele's movie?
Yeah, there's definitely elements.
And I was like,
Although I've
oh,
seen Get Out yet, but I know the plot.
yeah. Whereas like, I don't think this is nowhere near as well executed as Get Out. But
Yeah, I don't. This, yeah, I'll discuss, but yeah, go on.
yeah, so Frida's working as a cocktail waitress. She's kind of one of
Hmm.
those like down on their luck, like, you know, wants better for herself, but is just going through the motions. And then all of a sudden, her and her friend get some. What they do? They like went into the party, and
Yeah,
then
they've put on a
he'll
nice dress, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh wow, you belong here." Okay.
yeah, and her heel broke, and then fate had it that old mate would. Channing Tatum's character would find her, pick her up, snap her heel off, and then all of a sudden they had an instant connection.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, out of the blue, do you want to come to this island?" So they drop everything and go to this island, and this is where it all unfolds into starts to question her reality. Like there's all of a sudden her size clothing in the room. There's a creepy old lady who's like,
Red Rabbit, Red Rabbit.
yeah, being creepy about it. There's a
Hmm.
snake and there's dancing. And then they
Yep.
were like, ah, oh, here comes a twist.
Yep.
And the whole time you're like, you are not likable the entire time. It
Yeah,
was
no,
it was
I
weird.
couldn't give a shit about her. No.
No.
And the whole time that you're on this island, they're enjoying their time on this holiday. There's all this like creepy music happening, and they keep alluding to weird stuff. So like you're constantly looking for what's the twist, what's the problem here. I think that's a big difference between this and Strange Darlings. Like Strange Darling, you're not looking for a twist. You're just experiencing the movie, and then when things happen, you're like, oh shit, okay, I didn't expect that. Whereas this, you very much expect what's happening because it paints that picture from the beginning.
Yeah. So this is Zoe's first directing role. And like
Yeah,
it was shot quite well. Like
it's fun.
she had a clear direction where she wanted to go. Like
Yeah,
it was fine. Lots of shots were really good. It's just the execution. So about halfway through the second act, I'm like, oh, I've stopped caring at all about this film. Like
yeah,
I don't even care what the twist is. And it was like,
no, and it loses traction once the twist is revealed. But the end scene of the women rising up and killing all the men, kind of cool.
yeah,
Didn't mind that.
yeah,
It felt satisfying because this is weird because it deals with some really heavy stuff like Epstein's Island, fucking human trafficking kind of shit, and yet it's also like kind of tongue in cheek comedy at times, and there's these little weird scenes where characters will like do something like really upsetting will happen, and the character will say like this little like one liner quiff sort of what the fuck like it seems a little bit like tone deaf at times,
yeah.
but
Look, I thought that was because like those one-liners were those people that were like desensitized to it. So they were like partaking in this, and this was like their usual, I don't know, getaway that they
even
undertake.
Frida though, even Frida had a couple, and when her and Sarah team up, also Sarah's the girl from the Hitman, watched a few
Oh
weeks
yeah,
ago as well,
yeah,
which was good. Frida and Sarah, like when they team up, it almost becomes like a buddy cop sort of comedy at that point. A few little moments I had like little. Is that meant to be a joke? It seems like a odd time to make a joke.
yeah. Look, I think Channing Tatum did quite well as like portraying a rich um tech billionaire, which
Yeah, yeah, philanthropist. Yeah,
yeah, like I thought he did pretty well. And then when he goes into his crazy mode, I thought he did quite well. Like I was like, yeah, okay, you're a bit creepy where he's like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, like losing his mind. I was like,
I felt a little reserved, but yeah, I think he did a pretty good job at coming across as creepy. I don't think he's scary,
no.
but this is not so much about this is the themes they're dealing with here is like people being taken advantage of, and there's this
Oh, the
because
snake poison. It was like
yeah,
so convenient where all of a sudden no
I
one's
know,
gonna
and there's no
remember.
rules. Yeah, so basically, to quickly just cut to the end or how they sort of things work out. Frida has been there before. They use this special fruit or whatever it is. I forget what they call it. That only grows on this island, and they make a perfume out of it. And when you use the perfume, when you inhale this smell, it makes you lose memory. But it's really convenient what memory. Like for some reason, it only makes them lose the memory of certain aspects of the holiday, which is bizarre. And then there's this snake, this yellow snake that's around this island, and the snake venom, which whether it's for some reason, whether it's drunk or it's being put into your blood via the snake bite, is it like an antidote to this memory thing? Any memories come back. So Jess, her friend from the fucking cocktail party, who's her housemate, she gets bitten by a snake and her memories come back, so they kill her. We find out later. And
Yeah.
then Frida and Sarah, they had the realization that the venom can bring memories back. So they put the venom, they mix it with tequila, and they feed the other girls, Camilla and Heather. They feed the other girls the antidote, more or less, the venom. And then they all get the memories back, and they rise up and fight the men, and the men for some reason can't defend themselves. And they kill them all and they get out. Well, not all of them. Only Frida and Sarah get out. Wait, did Sarah die? Sarah dies.
Yeah.
And then Frida somehow, it's cut right to the end. I'll come back, but Frida at the end she uses the serum and whatever else to poison Channing Tatum's character and more or less take over his company. And she becomes the tech mogul leader of CEO or whatever the fuck company he has, billionaire, whatever, whatever.
Yeah. I was like, how does that work?
Super dumb.
How do you get through all the legal
I
ramifications
know.
of that? It was like,
And
okay.
supposedly just from making him forget stuff, she's able to do that. I don't know. But yeah, the whole like the serum, the fucking smell, the perfume, the memory wipe stuff, all of that had no fucking rules and was very much like you've got to just lean into the fantasy of it. And I didn't like that because like suspension disbelief is one thing, but I can't completely remove my brain from trying to like logic out the problems with it. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Well, do you know what the original working title for this movie was called? And then it
No, go
received
on.
a very negative reception. It
Sure.
was the original working title was Pussy Island.
Pussy Island. Jesus. Yeah, that's not okay.
And it received quite negative reception from
Yeah.
MPAA women and theatre leads. So they changed it to Blink Twice.
Which also, whatever. Like, it's blinked twice because Kyle McLaughlin's character, the therapist, is like, blink twice, you're in danger at one point as a joke, which, like, that's it. And I don't
Mm,
understand.
yep. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was
I think the
bizarre.
name, whatever.
But like this was very, very similar to like Get Out. But like with Get Out, you actually felt real bad for the guy because like he was quite innocent and then he was just experiencing these things where Frida was just unlikable.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't care about her at all. And
no,
with the suspension of disbelief, with all the poison and stuff, I couldn't take myself, like, I couldn't be immersed into the story because there's this whole stupid plot and the constant, like not constant, but there's a lot of like tone shifts when it's dealing with some heavy stuff. like rape and sexual abuse and you repress memories and things like that. But then all of a sudden, like there's little jokes here and there, and yeah, this like I said earlier, like you there's no twist. Like you know that nefarious stuff is happening from the beginning. You know that Channing Tatum's character is a bad guy from the beginning. Like you're looking for what's actually happening, and once that's actually revealed, it feels almost less exciting because it's a typical old plot, and it's a typical old not that it's any less impactful because it's tired, but men want sex. Like that's what it turns out to be. Like it could have been a bit more interesting if it had a bit more, you know, a bit more craziness to it. I don't
Yeah,
know. It's I didn't care about any of it. It was
no.
I
Look,
didn't find
I
it boring. I just didn't find it entertaining.
no. But for our first one, it was shot well. Had a
It's shot fine.
had a direction. Like
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what her next one is. Like, there's no way she won't get another film.
yeah. And like, there's an interesting cast in this, and a lot of people that I haven't seen. Like Levin Hawke is Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's son. Like it's I like now that we're moving into like the next generation of actors that people like that I like to see in films, and I like Kyle MacLachlan a lot. He's hilarious, but also can be kind of like creepy.
Yeah,
He's in this. Christian Slater does nothing in this. I think he's very underutilized.
yeah,
Um, Same with
yeah.
Adria Jonah as well. Sarah, she's almost underutilized besides the last act.
So
Yeah, it's fine, but it's after watching. I watched this back to back. Literally, as soon as I stopped watching Strange Darling, I watched this instantly. Just minimize one window, open the next,
yeah,
and it was hard to sort of get into this after watching something good like Strange Darling.
yeah. Which I don't know, skew ifs the rating one because I'd be like, it's okay. Like I don't know if I'd recommend it, but it's also like it's not that bad.
Yeah,
So I was
but
like,
I couldn't recommend it. I don't think so.
yeah, I'm like a 2.5 to a 3. I'm gonna go 2.75.
2.75. I'm just a
Yeah,
flat two.
okay. Yeah,
I don't think this is recommendable. I think that even to me, 2.5 is like recommendable to the right crowd.
okay.
But I think there's stuff to discuss with this, but not
Yeah,
positive stuff. Like I
okay.
think I could watch this and be like, they should have done this, they should have done this. The suspension of disbelief is too much. Like there's things I can point out with this, but nothing positive.
Yeah, fair, fair. Oh, well, yeah, it is what it is.
It is
But
what it is. And it wasn't
mm,
terrible.
well, next week we've got Jack Whitehall, Fatherhood with My Father. So I've really liked the Jack Whitehall's Traveling with My Father. I had a great laugh at them. They were real fun. So he's obviously having a baby, and it's all about putting his father into situations where he gets to be extroverted and his father gets to be really mean about it. So he's less an old, pompous guy. It's just pretty funny seeing him go at each other. We've got Sylvester Stallone's new one. I'm going to say this wrong again. It is Tus. What is it?
Tulsa.
Tus, Tulsa King. And then
Yeah.
we've
It's
either
it's a
got
city in Oklahoma.
okay, and then we've got Beetlejuice 2 or Slam Dunk, depending if we can go see Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll watch Slam Dunk, which is out on Netflix. So yeah,
Yep. Yep.
good list. All we ask you to do is tell your friends, and if you're on listen on Spotify, do a
Oh,
five
your
star
friends.
five star rating, and we'll see you guys next time,
Love yous.
boys.